In this video, we look at how to prepare to buy a home. Where should you start? What should you not do? That's coming right up.
Welcome to Home Buyers School, brought to you by Brookfield Residential.
Hi everyone, I'm Carl. Welcome to another Home Buyer School video, a channel where you get the latest strategies, tactics, and tips from home buying experts. And remember, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to get the latest strategies from the experts, hit the subscription button below, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. So today I'm joined by Kevin French, realtor with Remax Realty, and the question we're going to answer is, how do you go about preparing to buy a house? So Kevin, when I'm a first-time home buyer, how do I go about preparing to buy that house? Like, where do I start?
Start with a lender, and you're going to understand what you can afford from there. So they're going to ask you for various documents to prove your income, and then once they give you a pre-approval, then you know what budget you're shopping within. Mm-hmm. Then from there, you're going to want to consider, obviously, you probably already have neighborhoods, product, or property type that you're already interested in. You're going to want to narrow that down though, and think, again, it goes back to lifestyle, about the lifestyle that you're looking for. Of course, everybody wants a beautiful new home that has lots of room and space, and it's within their budget. That's not often what people are working within. So when you find that you have a budget that doesn't meet the home size or the home style or what it may be, whatever it may be, you should choose lifestyle, then choose your list of absolute needs, and then from there pick your wants, and then understand the amenities that are going to be around it. So you're looking for a property that is within certain distance to work or certain distance to family, and then you pick those communities, and then from there you pick your needs. So I need to have 3 bedrooms. I need to have the basement developed. I need to have a garage. And then from there, then you look for the nice things that you want, which would be upgrades or renovations that may be done. A bigger yard maybe, but a smaller yard can still work. So pick your wants and then try and find a property that's best located. So that would be within close proximity to schools or close proximity to amenities, things that are most important to the buyer.
So like, when the thought of actually, hey, I want to make a home purchase, from that time to actually you maybe talking to a mortgage broker or real estate agent, like, how much research should you do by yourself before you actually actively engage in that home buying process? Or do you just start, you know what, I'm going to go to the real estate agent and let's start really thinking this through? Yeah,
I would say start with the real estate agent, start with the mortgage broker, get an understanding right there. Don't walk around in the dark for a long period of time, not trying to figure it out on your own when you can have someone guide you, but have a list of questions to go to them with. Obviously, you just need to have open communication with them. Whenever those questions come up, send them a text, give them a call, email them, or write them down. And then as the process carries on, you're going to gain more and more of an understanding of how the entire thing works. If you're looking for a condo, that's completely different than buying a single family home. So they should be able to explain the ins and outs to you of the negatives and positives about purchasing a condo or condo living versus condo townhouse style versus apartment or a single family. A lot of people, for example, may be out of town for work a lot. Well, then you have to think about if you're going to shovel your own walk in the winter, if you're going to mow your own grass. Maybe a townhouse is a better fit for you where that's all done. Things like that.
Okay. So what are some of the things that I should not do when I'm buying a house? When I'm first thinking about buying a house?
Not do.
Don't. Is it something like just go immediately to a brand new show home and kind of, hey, this is great, or just go to show homes without, getting any financing or having not done any research or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that's almost impossible for people to do today when they're purchasing anything else in life. Everybody goes online and reads every review that's ever imaginable, and everybody uses Amazon to purchase, but they might be using that against a retailer that's in the city. Yeah. So I would suggest that they obviously don't go and purchase the first home that they see. Yeah. But that's what show homes are designed to do. You're going to walk into a beautiful space that's going to be, everything's going to be exactly where it needs to be. Yes. That's going to obviously play into some emotion there. But take a step back, and then if you want a brand new home specifically, look at all the brand new homes in the area or surrounding areas, and then find out who has the best offering for what you're actually looking for. I think it's important though, don't purchase within a community you don't understand. And that's what a lot of people, they look at the property, and then they look at the land lot, if it's a single family home or the townhouse development, whatever it may be. Well, this feels perfect for me, so I'm going to live here. But they don't think about the land developer which is
okay.
really next level. But it's who's developing the community and what are they going to put there? Are there big box retailers coming? Do you want to live next to a hospital? Do you want to live away from a hospital? Do you want to live close to where the LRT line's probably going to be? Although, of course, those timelines are ever changing.
Yeah.
But understanding what's going to be next to you is just as important as what's going to be where you're going to be.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't take a big look at the big picture.
Yeah.
They look at the property they're going within, but you should really look at all the surrounding areas and what's going to be there. If you're buying a single family home, it's less attractive on the resale market to have townhouses behind you.
Oh, I didn't even know
So yeah, and if you're looking at there's certain lots you might purchase. Well, if it's sloped lot and the properties behind you are going to be walkouts, people describe that as feeling like you live in a fishbowl. So then when you go to sell your property and everything's developed around you, which was once dirt when you're purchasing brand new, then you've got a walkout lot behind you, and then the home seems like it's towering over you. So you're on your balcony and you feel like you have no privacy.
But that's really tough to do. Let's say if you're buying in a brand new community where amenities and other homes aren't necessarily, you saw the plan, you saw maybe a 3D rendering, but it's very hard to actually, unless you actually see it, right? It's really difficult to...
It's difficult for the average buyer to see it. It's not difficult for an experienced real estate agent to see it. So if you're working with the right person, they should be asking those questions and then helping you. And if you don't understand, well, it's easy to find it. Just hop in the car and drive down the road and you'll be able to see it in the developed form in the next community over. And then say, do you think that this would be what you want to live in? Is this where you're going to feel comfortable? Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add in terms of preparing to buy a house?
Preparing to buy... Make sure you have your finances in order and then start shopping within lifestyle. Lifestyle is key. I say that a million times, but I have clients that have purchased in the past and you say it to them and they say, well, I want a bigger home. This is the square footage and I don't mind living here. And then a year later they call and say, I think we might need to sell our house. It takes 2 hours to drive to work. Or 2 hours, an hour each way. And then they're back to square one. And typically you can't sell a year later and make money.
And I think that's probably where the emotion comes into it, right? Because we're filming in a show home, right? And you come in here and you're like, this is amazing. But I think the last thing you think about is like the commute to work every day is like the last thing that you're probably thinking of.
Yeah, the realities of living in the community. And let's go back to the developer side of it for a second. You might purchase at a show home here, but then your home might be located in the back of the community. So what access points do I have in and out? There's some communities in Calgary that are developed in such a way that it takes 20 minutes to get out of them in the morning. Because people are dropping their children off at school, other people are going to work. There's just normal life occurs typically between 7 and 8 a.m. So it might take 20 minutes to get to Stony Trail or Deerfoot or whatever it is that's going to get you to work.
So the question of the day I have for you is, how did you prepare to buy your first home? And did you feel that you were actually fully prepared? Let us know in the comment section below. So if you want to know more about home buying, check out these videos here, as well as hit the subscribe button to ensure that you're learning straight from the home buying experts. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in our next video.